Yo, what's up? Yes, back again, drawing and doing what we always do best, which is get that bag. Let's put some music on. What should we put on? Maybe some deep house mix. Yes, sir. Come on, YouTube ads. Really? There we go, skip. Oh yeah. No, what we need to do now. It's a little bit too loud. There we go. What we need to do now is draw this part here to the right. Okay, we need to move this a little bit because I hit it with the. I think I hit it with the door a couple times and it just moved. Oh yeah. And this is meant to be actually a little bit more here because I checked. Yeah. Sure, okay, let's go. Now, to the right, if you look at it, so let's see. So around, if I go like so, go to the top of the cactus pretty much here, and if we go right here, okay, so the top of the cactus, the hair, will be somewhere around here, up to here, but this shaker thing will be somewhere around it will be somewhere around this place right here, although I don't know how to quite. Yeah, so it'll be around, it'll be a little bit lower. Okay, let's maybe go from 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3 makes sense. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. turned half. Okay, so this will be the top part, and half, let's say one, right here, one will be here. Right, so basically what's gonna be happening here is that this top circle bit will be and it's around the center of this cylinder here. This cylinder here. And it's is it the same width of this? It is. It's the same width of this. And notice how when I'm drawing, look, let me move this here. There we go. And notice that when I'm drawing, this part on the top right here, the width is not meant to be on this line or this line, because it will be a cylinder. It will be, just make like a rectangle. Basically what I'm trying to make is like a rectangle. Yeah, it's the same width as this.
Your eyes shine like black coals.
Right here.
Your lips speak the truth to my soul.
There you go. Now what you want is a cylindrical shape. Like so. And now you got a cylindrical shape. Like so. Easy, right? But this should be a little bit wider. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, great. This should be a little bit wider. And then the bottom, from my perspective, should be one. Where is it? One, two, two, two. So you depict right here. Is that straight? Just straight. And this will, it's a cylinder, but it curves. It curves. And the curvature will be going towards this line here. and there will be where is it? One, two here. I'll be going towards this. Like so. Boom, there you go. And as you can see, this cylinder is way more smaller. So this one is almost a full, this one's a little bit less. So this one will be a little bit less because it's higher, and this one's a little bit more because it's lower. But if you compare this one to this one, it's almost another quarter or less, you would say, from the full proportional reference point. I don't know how to call it. There you go. Okay. Nice. And now you're pretty much finished with the, how would you say it, with the objects, right? Drawing from life is easy, just if you want to do it properly, it'll take some time. It's a little bit time consuming. Boom, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy. What else? What's next? I mean, this is simple objects. I tried to make it hard for myself, but it seems that I chose really easy shapes that are quite similar to each other. Okay, what's next is probably the most difficult part of this, which is the cylindrical objects. Sorry, not the I'm stupid. The drapery, the cloth which is at the bottom of this. Because right now it's looking very flat, no shadows yet, of course. First, like Da Vinci says, make the outlines and then focus on the dark shadows. And from dark shadows, go on to lighter shadows until you go all the way to light. That's what he said, so I'm just gonna listen to him because I think he knows what he's doing. Like... Okay. Don't get distracted. It's just this part here is pissing me off. Because it's meant to be more. Like that, probably. Yeah, that's seems a bit better. Because this part here, when I'm looking at it, it's pretty much directly beneath it. And I somehow didn't depict it. But that's the thing with, like, as you go along, you have a lot more reference points. You have corners, you have middles. I think this I'm good at this because if you did graphic communication, at school, or you learned it in yourself by yourself. But I learned it at school, and it helped me kind of find how to do reference points, I guess. But I always knew how to draw. That's not hard. What's next? And fuck this cloth, man. I mean, cloth, I don't know how you can do reference points in cloths, to be honest. Where should we start? We have this. We have this right here, and this is a corner that we very prominently see. It seems like it goes up to here. What the fuck? It literally touches. Up to here. So the cloth goes up to here. Okay, you got a little bit of cloth there. This mug ear, I don't like. It's a little bit too high. That makes more sense. Is there a rubber somewhere in this fucking house? Well, we'll leave it for today. We'll carry on maybe this right here. Like that. Okay. Now a couple reference point like this right here. What I'm doing is I'm going like that, so I have more reference points. Because I want to make more reference points right here, so I can kind of follow. Rip. Okay. Personality. What time is it? Oh my god, it's time to go. Hope you enjoyed this little stream I did. I'm gonna go read a book because this book I'm reading is it's quite interesting, and I want to finish it as soon as possible. I mean, the drawing is going well. It's not like I'm never gonna draw or paint again. I'll paint when I... You know what? Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. I will paint and draw when I want. I will paint and draw when I want. I don't give a fuck if you want to see this stream or not. I'll paint. If I want to paint, I'll paint. If I don't want to paint, I'll never paint again, okay? Finished. I'm going to read this book so I can fucking buy this Pagani Zonda and then fuck your bitch. Yeah, I'll fuck your bitch. Yeah. I'm joking. No, I'm not like that. I'm Christian and Catholic. Well, I can't remember what Christian and Catholic differences are, bro. Same God. So yeah, I believe in the one God. And he said, no blasphemy on bitches. So I can't really do it. But doesn't stop me, right? It does. I won't do it. I won't do it, don't worry. But doesn't mean it doesn't have... I don't have the ability to. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you better be scared. Ah, good. Alright. Fuck this bitch. I'm going. I'm going. Clocking out. Clocking out. Hey. Clocking out, bitch. The books. By the way, if you're interested what books I'm reading, I'm currently very slowly, not much to be honest, I'm on page 14 only. I started reading this book. It's called Leonardo da Vinci Treatise on Painting. So I'm starting that book, and I'm going through a little bit more than the other ones. I mean, to be fair, look, not that long. I went through 30 pages, but I have such a deep understanding of what these 30 pages are talking about that. So 30 times, well, like there's 160 pages. So 2 to 3 weeks, I can go through this book and have a really deep meaning and understanding of it, right? Which fucking it's so good. Yeah, the way I'm reading books, like before when I learned read the Da Vinci biography, it was really. I was just reading passively, very passive. I was just trying to go through it as quick as possible. I think the only good thing about it, it kind of made me read faster, maybe. It made me read faster, I can say. But, whoops. But faster doesn't mean better understanding, right? So, basically, now I read, I summarize every paragraph, and after summarizing every paragraph I go to the next one, I read it, then I'll understand it, and I'll connect it up with the one before. I'll summarize that one as well, just so I actually know what I'm reading. The Da Vinci one, there's so many things in there. I mean, it's a really long book. I just kind of know the outlines, but that's kind of stupid because not really. Because when you read, you're also, if you read like a novel, it's good for, I think, talking. Makes you more articulate. Fuck. I need to read more. But it makes you kind of better at talking, or you remind yourself of certain words. You have a richer vocabulary for sure. But the understanding of that book, questionable. Very questionable. You probably just read through it and you forget 80% of it. You remember 20% of it, and well, some people say that 20% is good enough. Like you only need 20% of the words to speak a language. For me, I don't know if that's a good choice, because so what, you can speak. I guess it's different thing. Whatever you want, right? But like, for example, when I was reading it, there's like a bunch of kings that I don't remember about, a bunch of stories in there I don't remember about. I know they were there, but what they were talking about, not really. I've made a couple notes that out of that book. Maybe I'll put them in the video once, or some other time. But in this book there was something really interesting about, I wanted to make a video about. Maybe where was it? I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was about social media or System 1. No, I think it was before this. Worst case scenario. Overconfidence trap. Estimating and forecasting traps. Confirm and evidence trap. You can just afterwards, because like when I read the book, I can show you if you care. I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but when I read, right, you see I write on the side, on top, on the bottom, right in the margins, and I basically think about what I just read and then put notes about it. And I think great tool, because for maths you have a tool called the calculator, and you kind of backtrack, but you you calculate and you see if you're right or if you're wrong. But for reading, you can use I use ChatGPT on my phone. I'll just write something in there and I'll be like, does this make sense? And it'll say, well, yes, it makes sense. It talks about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, that's what it's meant to talk about. So that means I understand it. Well, understanding is difficult. It's a difficult subject. Yo, what's up? Fighting, bro? Yes, I am fighting. I'm currently... I finished a little bit of this. I'll probably, it's 1:15. I'll have to go eat before work. I'll probably, I'm thinking between reading this or carry on reading this. I like, this one is great. I think this is like what this book talks about uses these frameworks. But what this book talks about frameworks is creating frameworks to make unbiased, critical, basically, what is it called? A framework, a conceptual framework, I think it's called. Conceptual framework, yes. Okay, damn, I remember that shit. Basically, conceptual frameworks is like a group of ideas or basics that you put together and you use it as a system for making unbiased decisions, because everything in our mind, right? So there's a theory that everything we see or we calculate is not 100% certain, right? So if you make a physics test and you drop a ball 100 times and it drops and drops, and once you make a hypothesis, well, once you drop the ball it will fall in this place 100 times in theory, right? In theory. But it only takes one, let's say a wind currently blows, the wind blows and you drop this ball and it doesn't fall where you want. Well, you just proved it false, right? There's the theory and there's the world, there's the physical world. And because we live in a physical world and whatever we see, we apply biases to it, which this book explains. Basically, this book explains biases on a deeper level. Well, this book, it seems like I don't really went through it that much, but can you make a video how to draw body part? Which body part do you want? Which body part do you want? I'm still kind of not the best at drawing body parts. This is what I've been drawing recently. This is copied. This is my anatomy notebook. But these are just like, I don't know if all of them, but some of them are from memory. But basically, back to what I was saying about these books, is that this one right here, like all. I can do some videos about that, but I'm more interested in other stuff like this, making videos or not. I'll do whatever I want. I'll eventually probably get to all. But this explains biases on a deeper level, because we all have biases. You can't get rid of biases. Biases are engraved in your brain. Your brain is a bias. You could say, and this book talks about the different biases you have and how they interlingual with each other. And this book, I think, so far talks about the result of these biases, pretty much, on how you can use them, or how to avoid them, or how to be indifferent, or I don't know. I've not read that book that much, so I've not read these, but they're pretty interesting. And I like how these are completely different. This is a book by this is a book of different Harvard papers and different studies, pretty much. So I say someone does a study and they publish a paper about it, or a review, or this also talks about systematic reviews. It's funny how this book talks about systematic reviews within a systematic review. That's kind of, I guess that's kind of the whole point of, that's what we all try and do, to make decisions not based on feelings. But well, not all. That is the best way to make decisions, right? Not on feelings, but more your objective perception. So you reflect on your decisions. But the problem is that you can't really do that. That's impossible. At least on your own. Well, not even on your own. You can't. It seems like that you cannot be objective. You can only try to be objective, right? So you can never be 100% objective. Yeah, and you can never be 100% true, but you can be false. That's kind of insane that you can be 100 times you can be right, but then you be wrong once and you could say it's false, right? Because, well, so what if 100 times you done it, but once it was false? That's not a complete truth, because a complete ultimate truth is that you will be 100% right all the time. And if you're not 100% right all the time, then like, hello? What? Huh. That's why, well, I think this is what leads into what he was saying next about an open society. Because if everyone has different ideologies, I mean, to be fair, ideologies are everyone has ideologies, right? Every country. And if everyone has ideologies that are different, every single person, every single organization, everyone has different ideologies. They always will be different. That means if we have an open society where everyone is like a globalist, say, right? Like one country, there can be no wars, right? Well, it will avoid wars because everyone has different opinions, but they're just accepted. They're not, people don't fight, right? But that's, I don't know how you could, like the book says, people will not believe you. They will psychologically repress this information about being able to live in unity because different people have different views, and you have to force it on them, like literally force it on them. Can you hear that? That car is insane. It's like a BMW X5 or something. The guy put like a stage 3 thing on it. Stage 3 or stage 10, it sounds like a fucking race car. It's pretty cool. But anyways, so far that's all I got for you. I will go downstairs. I'll be live tomorrow again. Maybe I'll probably carry on drawing this on the right. I also have to do more painting for my friend. But what I'm trying to do is practice other stuff so I can then take it to those paintings. Maybe I'll do, yeah, I think I'll paint it. I don't know, I'll do what I want tomorrow. If I feel like doing that, I'll do that. Currently, I'm enjoying reading these books because I think learning is now easier for me because now I understand how it works. I pretty much built like a scientific based routine for learning. And that basically means that I go to the gym at night, and the gym increases your focus for 2 to 3 hours. I think up to 2 to 3 hours. I'm not sure exactly, but I know it's 2 hours at least. And in that focus time, I read a lot of books before bed, by the way, before bed. and because it's before bed, I'll remember a lot of it, and I can take it with me to sleep. But also, I go slow on books. That's why I was always confused about speed reading, right? Speed reading, I always kind of felt like it wasn't, how would you say it? It didn't make sense. It really didn't make sense at all to me. Because if you just, because it has to be a certain point where you read so fast you don't know what you read, right? It has to be, you have to sacrifice something for speed. When you're, let's say you go for a jog, let's say you're about to run 1 kilometer, right? You're about to run 1 kilometer, like a jog, slowly. You have a lot of things you can think about. You can think about your running. You can think about the stuff around you. You can think about like what you're gonna do later, pretty much, what you've done in the past, and so on, so on. But if you think about it, and if you sprint 1 kilometer as fast as possible, Usain Bolt, and you run as fast as possible, all you're thinking about is running as fast as possible. You're not thinking about what you're doing. Well, you're thinking about what you're doing, and you don't have time to process what's going on around you, right? You're running so fast, you can't even, like, well, who was that? Was that my friend? I don't know, I'm running. You wouldn't even have time to think about what you saw. And I don't know if that's a good analogy for life or reading. Well, let's say that, because my thing is that speed reading, or reading, just passively, quotes in quotation marks, passively, you read it fast. So let's say it takes you a week to read a book. What if you read that book in a week and you only take away certain parts of it which stood out to you? Would you then, is that better? Because let's say you read 50 books in a year, you have a lot of things that stood out to you, just little simple things. But let's say you read slowly and you absorb a lot of that information. TikTok is really good for content creators. I don't like TikTok. I just like YouTube. I'm just gonna focus on YouTube. I don't care about other stuff. I have an Instagram. I think it's in my bio. I have an Instagram. I have a. That's it, pretty much. I have a Twitter. I don't use any other stuff. I don't like using other stuff. I don't go on TikTok, so I don't see the point of going on there. But yeah, I don't know what should I do. I think I should just do what I like, what I enjoy. Because if you enjoy something, you're more likely to carry on doing it for a longer amount of time. So I'll probably just do that. I mean, like, am I really in a rush to wear? I'm not in a rush. I think I just got a job offer yesterday after the New Year's. So I have a job settled for now. I don't have to worry. I have no stress about the future because I can keep working there. My family's healthy. Everyone's good. Yeah, I like where I'm at in life. But anyways, enough talking, 1:30. I'm gonna go eat, read these books, and we're gonna keep growing. To be fair, in this book, you can also, I think you could. This is the book. Okay. Thank you. See you later.